Hey everybody, Ian from UKartswork.info with an addenda video, an attachment video to the one I did on Cites recently. And my great thanks to a friend called Mark Pemberton, who used to be with the Association of British Orchestras, who gave me some absolutely great info on this. And it's that I conflated two things. The two things being Cites, which is an international treaty on conservation of endangered species and rare woods, and the Ivory Act, which is a UK act. It's a piece of UK legislation. Now, because the UK legislation has been extended to include walrus, narwhal whale, sperm whale, etc., etc., that is specific to the UK. So the enforcement of that particular area of endangered species, ivory, etc., is UK. Now, it's also related to the musical instrument certificate I mentioned in the last video. And I'm going to talk about enforcement now and custom and practice. Now, I've been told that for many years, the main country that was actually enforcing this, they all should have been, but the main country that was enforcing, those that signed up to the treaty should have been. The main country that was enforcing this was the USA. Of course, there have been horror stories of musicians having their instruments confiscated. I remember one many years ago of a guy who had some indigenous flutes, wooden flutes, etc. And at an American airport, they were confiscated and destroyed. Not good. That was a long time ago, though. But I'm just trying to say, custom and practice is and has been that this hasn't been enforced maybe as often as it might have been. That's what I'm being told. Now, your musical instrument certificate should be checked inwards and outwards to the UK and any other signatory. Whether it is or not is another thing. Now, the other thing to remember specifically is that in the UK, as I said in the previous video, there are specific ports of entry where you can have your certificate checked. If you go into any other port, potentially they can't check it. Whether they will or not is not what I'm saying. I'm talking about the law. I'm just covering your ass, so to speak. The other thing to say is that in the UK, Eurostar is not a designated Cites port and probably can never be. Mark told me this, because of the requirements for space, etc. So the list of UK ports is below in the description anyway. So I hope that's of help and a nice expansion. And I will say this, please, please, please never feel resistant to giving me feedback that may be at odds with the information I'm giving. All the stuff that I give you here on the channel is researched very deeply, and it depends on people like Mark and other people to give me information if I may have got something wrong or conflated things, or give me some more information that I will then check. I won't believe you. Well, I will, but I'll always double, triple check it. As I always say, never take things on face value, and never ever take the first bit of information you're given without properly checking it first. So there you go. This is an addenda video on Cites and the conflation of Cites with the UK Ivory Act, which I made in the previous video. Hope it's of use. The previous video is linked here. The subscription button is here somewhere. It's the round one. And stay safe, stay well, keep on touring, and all the very best. Ian from UKartswork.info. Bye.